Can you summarise your best for us, Ben?
Yeah, I do like Liz Gracheur in the Cox Plate, so she's one of the better bets.
Castelvecchio a length, but here comes Lee Gracheur. Lee Gracheur stomps up, and the land of the rising sun wins the Cox Plate. Lee Gracheur by a length and a half.
I'm also keen to hang around till the last race with Amangiri.
Amangiri's fighting at the 50. See what she brings in Amangiri. Amangiri's brave. This is tough. She wins.
Yeah, time for us to catch up. Again, talk about form tipsters. Ben Asgari's joined us out of Victoria on this massive day. Flemington, of course, Derby Day. Thanks so much for your time. Maybe an update on the weather. We spoke to Craig Williams, Ben, and he told us there's a few showers about. Can you confirm that?
Certainly can. It was pouring with rain earlier. I don't think it's a concern if it keeps raining up until race one. They had the track really firm. We know how well it drains. I dare say the rain's probably only taken us into a genuine good four sort of range because they didn't irrigate yesterday. So we're okay at the moment, and it'll be okay if we have showers up until race one. The big query is going to be how much rain do we get during the meeting because it always has much more of an impact.
Let's have a look at the Empire Rose, which obviously features our 9-time Group 1 winner and favourite for this in Melody Bell, Opie Bossum, widest draw. Invincibella, she's a quality Group 1 horse, as we know. 14s and 420 for John Allen would appear nice each way value there. Princess Jenny unlucky last time. Savatiano's more than capable. And Pahutakawa, Hugh Bowman rides, would probably appreciate a little bit of giving the ground here, Ben.
She will. I think she's going to be the one really suited by the conditions for Hutakawa. No doubt Melody Bell, a key winning chance, but she's well found in the market, and at the price, even though she's tightening up a little bit, there was sort of 750 earlier in the week with the Hutakawa, but I'm happy to be her way. You look the last time she was at 1,600 metres, she was unlucky not to beat Colding in a Queensland Guineas. That form stacked up. Just the price discrepancy, I'm gonna lean her way. The other one, I think you've got to have something on at a big price. $15 upwards at the moment is Vanilla. Punters have been really happy to back this horse, at $3 and $4 in probably races that have been less suitable. 1,400 metres, she's drawn inside barriers, Caulfield compared to Flemington. She gets onto the big track, she draws the wide gate, which is perfect. She's going to be last coming down the middle. Considering her starting price profile, I think she just has to be over the odds today on an each-way basis.
Let's have a look at another of the Group 1s, this one for the 3-year-olds. Punters looking to get square with Bivouac after having a luckless run in the Manikato, won by Loving Gabby, of course. Others in the market, Exceedance. Is it just a race in two here, Ben, $3.70, or is Libertini capable of bouncing back after a freshen up at $4.60?
Yeah, I think she's certainly capable. I think it's a race in three predominantly. There are other chances outside of those. It's something of a hope depending on how the track plays and getting the right run. But I'm keen on Exceedance here. I know Bivouac's had his measure a couple of times, but if the rain falls throughout the program, that's no issue for Exceedance. It was a wet track the day he defeated Bivouac. The blinkers going on a big tick. I thought he was terrific in his recent Flemington jump out down the straight with the blinkers on. And I just think the straight track's going to suit Exceedance perfectly. He's drawn the wide gate. I think he's the one perfectly drawn. I'm not sure about the draw for Bivouac. And straight track racing usually favours the horse with a booming last 400-metre sprint. I think that probably favours Exceedance more than Bivouac. So I'm happy to have Exceedance as the one to beat. I don't really want to be losing on the race if Libertini wins. I think back to 1,200, if she finds the best form, she can win. But keen on the chances of Exceedance in the Coolmore, which is a terrific race.
Particularly with that rain about, we'll certainly keep an eye on that, but Exceedance, the selection there for Ben. Let's move on to the Derby, $2.1 million. Shadow Hero up the top is the top tip for most, I think, here, Ben, but Soul Patch, you couldn't but be impressed by the way he won the Vars at Moonee Valley. Warning at $8.50 for Damien Oliver, who's made this race his own in recent times.
He has, and we also should mention Thought of That, who probably brings the strongest last start figure into the race with his dominant victory at Caulfield in the Norman Robinson Stake. he's going to be up in front, controlling the race from the front. He's got that advantage. I've really struggled to split him and Shadow Hero. I'm leaning the way of Shadow Hero, given with a bit of rain around. I think it's going to be a sapping stamina test late and a test of the best stayer. So I'm leaning his way, but I thought of that might be a star, and Soul Patch might be a star as well. If it turns into a sprint home and we don't get too much rain, maybe Soul Patch is going to be best suited. Real race in 3, this one for me. Any other year, the 3 of them would be a dominant Derby favourite. It's a terrific edition of the Derby, leaning narrowly the way of the favourite Shadow Hero.
All right, looking forward to that one, as we are the Kennedy Cantala. Let's have a look at the market for it. Sees Night's Watch as the favourite at $6.50. Fierce Impact, Craig Williams told us he was pretty confident, even off a wide draw. If the pattern works out well, can certainly win the race. Royal Meeting at $8.50, and further down, Star of the Seas. A bit of a minefield here, particularly for quaddie punters, I believe. The 8th on the program, Ben.
Yeah, I thought the Toorak handicap was the right form reference. It was a fast-run race. Fierce Impact was dominant, winning the race. He had a beautiful unimpeded run where he could build his momentum in clear galloping room. And I thought he was really well suited and perfectly ridden by Craig Williams. Night's Watch, I think, with better luck in running, potentially beats him or finishes right up close to him. I think, given we're at the second last race with rain around, they'll be spreading right across the track. And the advantage for Night's Watch is, even if he's slowly away, he should be able to get a clear run, which he wasn't able to do at Caulfield. And for that reason, I've got him on top. I just think you have to be having something on Fierce Impact again, though. From that, the barrier looks sticky race morning, but I think come race 8 today, it's going to be absolutely perfect to get out into the best part of the track. So I think they're the 2 key. They cornelled the Toorak handicap. I like the 3-week gap between runs as opposed to some of their rivals that are on the quick backup and might just be a touch flat coming through a fast race last week. So I think they're the 2 again in Fierce Impact and Night's Watch in the Cantala. And you're after a best bet on the program. I just think Flit should be a class above her rivals in the Wakeful Stakes. And you're taking $250 about whether she runs 2,000 metres, because if she does, I think she should be better than her opposition there in race number 2.
All right, you've got some other bets for us there. Pahuta Kawa on an each-way basis, but also for Delia, you give a chance in the 5th.
Yep. So in the 5th race on the program, with Pahuta Kawa as the top pick, each way for Delia, the 2 in the Kennedy Cantala in both Fierce Impact and Night's Watch, keen Exceedance in the Coolmore Stud Stakes, and best of the day race 2 Flit.